Hi, my name's Johnny. I've owned this car for 20 years. It's my baby. It's pretty much standard. I've done a few little updates. I've put some headlight eyebrows on recently. It's got a K&N filter. It's on coilover, so it's a bit lower, front and back. I mean, what else? The interior is a colour concept, red and black leather interior from a colour concept Polo. I mean, it's totally standard really, other than a few little modifications. Oh yeah, it's got a Sportex exhaust. Yeah, the exhaust. I didn't put the bad boy straight through pipe on because I thought that would sound fucking mental. Done a little job on the engine. Say this here had the rubber had perished, so I've basically just cut a bit off the bottom, reattached it, and I'm going to buy a new hose for that because it's a bit spongy. Obviously it's a 20-year-old car. It's had oil running through it for 20 years, or oil deposits from the throttle body here. And yeah, it's just gone a bit crappy. I'll show you the bit that I cut off. So that's it here. You can see around the top. See around the top that it's gone like furry. It's just from oil contamination over the years. So cut that off. Some of you might be thinking, why have I top riveted this into the top of these? Well, that bit of the light is actually just a gap behind it. So you can see my finger behind it and there. So like you're not actually doing any harm to the light by drilling a hole in it. Seems like the most sensible idea to me. Let me know what you think. So when you're drilling out the pop rivets, they're only aluminium, so they're pretty soft, so any sort of drill bit, like, make sure it's the right size and not too big, because you don't want to drill through the original holes to make them bigger, because then you have to use bigger pop rivets. Just make sure you've got your in on the slowest speed and line it up, and just make sure you're on square and just go steady. Simple. Not put on too much pressure. There you go, done. It's out. Done. So now that I've removed the eyebrows, I am to polish them, and what I use is this metal polish, Auto Sol. You just dab it onto the lights. I also use that to polish the rims of the alloys. They're just plain alloy. I didn't bother lacquering them when I polished them up. I've done that years ago. I've probably got some photos of that I can probably add at some point. But yeah, different attachment on the drill. Just like a polishing head for the drill. Dab it on like so, and then just polish it off. So just, some people say use toothpaste. This stuff, I think, this is brilliant, this stuff. So I say just dab it on. Get a cloth, an old cloth in this bag, and literally all you do, just little circles, and it just cuts through the dirt. Rub it in, give it a good old polish. Like, don't have to go too heavy on it, and you can feel the little bits of grit just cutting in. And then that is literally it. That's all you do. Same with the wheels, you put this on, polish as hard as you can, and then buff it out. So what I'm going to do now, pick up the drill, and then just polish it off. If there's any areas that are worse, you can like concentrate on that area. It's like yellower. So that's one side done, and then once you're finished, just give it a little once over with a microfiber cloth, and I think you'll admit that in comparison to that is just you can see the shine on it. It's a lot better. Happy days. So one side done. Gonna get on with the other side. Get with that side. Get them a kick clean before I get the get this stuff on. Watch this space. So I bought this stuff from eBay. It's like a triple film, triple skin tint film. So on one edge, it's got a sticky side, and then it's got a protective side. So obviously take the sticky side off, pull it over the lights, and then a bit of heat using a heat gun. Is there. Heat gun, just to stretch it out, and then obviously take the protective film off, and tinted lights. How hard can it be? We'll see. Well, it's not a perfect job. There's a few creases and a few bubbles, but I mean, unless you look really, really close, it's barely noticeable. That's a comparison to the other side. It's only a slight smoky tint, but I think it'll look looks quite nice. Not as easy as I thought. Well, after what seems like an absolute age, I'm finished, and although they're not perfect, first time I've ever done it, so not too bad. Done the side repeaters as well, they were easy. There's eyebrows are back on. Only put 2 rivets in it this time instead of the 4. 4 was a bit excessive. A few creases, but in general I'm quite happy. That repeater as well. Again, a few creases down there. These were more difficult to do than the actual main headlights themselves. But I mean, I'm quite happy with that.